group of U.S. doctors condemn the Chinese regime's forced organ harvesting. Controversy surrounds Beijing's new regulation on bus advertising. Netizens call for flash blank paper movement amid upcoming Chengdu World Student Games. Exploding barbecue restaurant in Jiangsu. Suspected gas leak. In a statement earlier this month, the Association of American Physicians and Surgeons, or AAPS, said that there is overwhelming evidence the CCP arrested Falun Gong practitioners, Uyghurs, Christians, and others in China, harvested their organs, and sold them for money. The statement adds that the AAPS condemns imprisonment for religious practices, dissent, and ethnic background. The AAPS also says it condemns any and all forms of forced organ harvesting, also denouncing any training in the U.S. of Chinese medical professionals that may be able to use their skills to aid in the organ trade. Dr. Richard Ammerling, former president and current board member of the AAPS, told the Epoch Times that we unequivocally condemn it. It's absolutely barbaric, inhumane, and unethical. There's no way to justify this at all. He added, "You cannot forcibly take someone's organs. That's the grossest violation of bodily autonomy that could exist. They essentially execute a living person by removing their heart. They're still technically alive. They're not brain dead. It is absolutely horrific." The AAPS statement and Dr. Ammerling's comments are consistent with the China Tribunal's conclusion in 2019 that the Chinese regime has been engaged in forced organ harvesting of prisoners of conscience on a large scale for many years. During a 2021 hearing before the European Parliament's Subcommittee on Human Rights, Jeffrey Nice, chair of the China Tribunal, said the Chinese regime could collect up to $500,000 from each prisoner of conscience's organs. Experts have estimated that 60 to 100,000 transplants occur in China each year, far exceeding the 10,000 reported by Chinese authorities, and prisoners of conscience are the primary target. U.S. lawmakers have recently taken more action to prevent their citizens and those involved from participating in this horrendous crime in China. Last month, Representative Scott Perry introduced the Falun Gong Protection Act, H.R. 4132. The bill proposes sanctions for those complicit in organ harvesting in China and bans them from entering the U.S. Also last month, Texas enacted a law making it illegal for health insurance to fund transplants with organs from forced organ harvesting. In March, the House of Representatives passed the Forced Organ Harvesting Act by overwhelming votes to punish those involved in the crime of organ harvesting. The communist Beijing city government recently introduced a regulation on advertising displayed on buses, sparking debate and drawing attention from both residents and the international community. The ban prohibits explicit advertising on buses passing through significant areas such as Tiananmen Square, Tower City, and the main gate of Xinhuamen in Zhongnanhai. Some residents of Beijing have expressed curiosity and questioned why advertising is not permitted on buses when they are passing through specific locations. Chinese media reports that the Beijing Urban Management Commission issued the Specification for Outdoor Advertising on Buses and Trams in Beijing, draft for comment, to enhance the standardization and scientific approach to outdoor advertising on bus and tram bodies in the city. The draft was open for public consultation from July 6th to July 12th. However, Article 4 of the draft has become a subject of controversy. It designates specific areas on bus routes where advertising is prohibited, including the section of Chang'an Avenue from the west of Wangfujing intersection to the east of Xidan intersection, and bus routes within the Tiananmen Square area. The exceptions to this rule are temporary transfer of public transport for major events and emergencies. Furthermore, the draft consultation includes several specific regulations, such as the prohibition of placing advertisements on the front of buses, rear glass doors, and exit glass on both sides of buses. In response, some Beijing residents question the prohibition of advertising on buses passing through Tiananmen Square. Others raised concerns about why commercial ads are banned on Tiananmen Square and the city tower, prompting questions regarding the motivations behind such restrictions. Lu Jun, co-founder of the Beijing public welfare organization Yirenping Center, shared his perspective with RFA. suggesting that the banned advertising model on buses resembles the approach seen in the North Korean capital, Pyongyang. He believes this reflects the intention to promote the ideology of the CCP. He compares it to the control exercised by the party over all images captured on cameras during television and news broadcasts, which aim to maintain a pure focus without commercial or informational elements. Chang'an Avenue, often called the First Street of China, encompasses both East and Western Chang'an Avenue in Beijing. It holds significant political importance and is a venue for parades during major holidays and important events. Situated in the heart of the city with Tiananmen, its symbolic significance is deeply ingrained in the city's politics and the CCP's activities. The third Summer World Student Games are set to take place in Chengdu, Sichuan Province, China, from July 28th to August 8th. However, recently reports emerged about a flash blank paper movement urging the public to protest against the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, dictatorship on July 28th. According to an online poll shared widely, the movement suggests organizing flash protest activities during the World Games in Chengdu City to voice opposition against the CCP's dictatorship and corruption. The post also emphasizes the importance of ensuring the safety of protesters, the concealment of protest-related items, and the use of internet slang. Outlined recommendations include avoid disclosing personal information, including replies to posts, telegrams, tweets, etc., refraining from contacting online acquaintances with whom one collaborates. Even when discussing actions online, specific times and locations should not be shared to avoid potential surveillance by black men, referring to Chinese police in plain clothes. Before participating in flash actions, individuals are advised to remove sensitive content from their computers and mobile phones to prevent potential searches by black men. Carrying multiple sheets instead of just one during flash actions, and if questioned by black men, they should claim they are needed without divulging the real reason. Additionally, individuals may distribute additional blank papers to others. Only take photos at the scene if one is a professional photographer. Flash activity participants and photographers are urged to remain separate to prevent potential tracking by black men. The proposal also clarifies that there is no official organizer for this event, highlighting that these protests are individually driven, aimed at protesting Xi Jinping's dictatorial rule. The proposal concludes with a call to action. The focus has shifted from nucleic acid testing to targeting the dictator. It also encourages those unable to attend the offline flash event in Chengdu to spread awareness online and inform the world about the resistance against Xi Jinping's authoritarian regime. Amidst these developments, some netizens express concerns, with one saying, "Didn't the people who participated in the previous white paper movement disappear one by one?" Numerous comments from netizens have surfaced in response to the related news articles. Step 1. Overthrow nucleic acid. Step 2. Overthrow dictator. That's great. When white paper becomes contraband and requires real name registration for purchase, and even a simple hand gesture is deemed suspicious by authorities, it suggests that the CCP's end may be near. Under the strong pressure from the CCP, the entire nation will rise one day. Although I'm not in Chengdu, I hope the white paper revolution can ignite a change in China, just like the Xinhai revolution awakened the country. A barbecue restaurant in Jiangsu district, Yancheng, Jiangsu, exploded on July 17th. The explosion occurred at Crazy Grill Wing Bar on Huyang Road, Jianhu County, at around 6 a.m. Local police said one person was killed and another injured in the explosion. The shockwave almost destroyed everything in the restaurant. Adjacent shops were also severely damaged. The explosion effect was evident within a radius of about 550 yards. Had the restaurant been full of customers, the outcome would have been a major disaster. The Beijing news quoted local police sources saying a gas leak could have caused the explosion. There were 2 casualties at the scene, a passing-by couple. The wife has died, and the husband is still receiving treatment. After the accident, the barbecue business owner was arrested by the police. Recently, many severe fire and explosion incidents have occurred all over the mainland. For example, on June 21st, an explosion caused by a gas leak occurred at a similar barbecue restaurant in Yinchuan City, Ningxia, killing 31 people and injuring 7 others.